Hi BookTube, I'm here with an on my shelf tag. I don't know if these are quite popular anymore. I haven't seen them in my subscription box for a long time, but I really like them because they kind of show you books that I maybe might not have talked about before, or wouldn't talk about otherwise. So basically what it is you ask the internet for numbers that correspond to books on your shelf. So for me, I asked for 3 sets of numbers. The first set referenced the actual bookcase. So I have 6 here. These are 2 stacked on top of each other, these ones, and 1 in the hallway. And then because they're divided into cubes, I asked for a number from 1 to 9 for that, and then 1 to 30. I guessed how many books were on the shelf and just counted 1 to 30 on there. In each video I have a number from a person who gave me that, and then the rest are just from a random number generator. First of all, Crystal at BiblioAtlas gave me some numbers. I'll put her channel in the description box down below. And they were 4, bookcase 4, shelf 8, and the 15th book. And that hit my poetry section, and I got this book here, which is the complete poems of John Milton. In the nice Harvard Classics edition. I actually got a set of, I believe, 40 of these for free. About John Milton himself, I don't think I've read much besides like Ode to a Nightingale and bits and pieces of Paradise Lost. I haven't read all of Paradise Lost, which is almost 300 pages in this book, and I'll show you the font. So it is quite a very long poem. I know a lot about Paradise Lost. I am fascinated by the topic of Paradise Lost. I don't know why I haven't read Paradise Lost. So you may be seeing that on a coming TBR. Thank you for Crystal for bringing that to my attention for having not read it yet. The next random generator gave me bookcase 4, shelf 2, and the 3rd book on that shelf, and that was Our Man in Havana by Graham Greene. I don't think I've talked about this book before. I have read this one. I read it back in university. I took a course on film, and 1 week we had to read a book and watch the movie adaptation. And we had our choices of Graham Greene novels, so I chose Our Man in Havana, and this was actually really good. I really like this. I remember the main character being very endearing. He was a buffoon, I guess. So he starts out as a vacuum salesman, and then is offered a chance to become a spy, and he really wants to be a spy, but he sucks big time at it, and just starts giving in fake reports, all based off of this book called Lamb's Tales from Shakespeare, which I do have a copy of that on my shelf too, which is just kind of the Shakespeare stories kind of told in prose for children. But yeah, so it's really quite a funny and endearing book. The next set of numbers were bookcase 6, shelf 7, book 8, and that is this beast of a book, The Notebooks of Leonardo da Vinci, compiled and edited from the original manuscripts by Jean-Paul Richter. And this is volume 2. I do have volume 1 on my shelf, and it is as equally as big. And no, I haven't read this. It's 500 pages of really tiny print. Obviously it's not all in English, if you can see that. This side is in Italian, and this is in English. Here are the translated ones, and there's lots of pictures as well because Da Vinci's notebooks were full of his work as well. So yeah, I haven't read this. I've flipped through it and looked at different things. There's even like little tiny technical drawings in there, and some more layouts of churches and stuff there. Yeah, so that's, I don't have much else to say. I only paid $8 for this at a book sale, and yes, I've left the sticker on the cover. Yeah, The Notebooks of Leonardo da Vinci, Volume 2. So that's the on my shelf tag. Here's 3 books that I probably wouldn't have talked about otherwise, and thank you for watching.